Hello and welcome to another episode of Make Love Real, How to Create More Love in Your Life. I'm your host, Mia Saenz, and in this episode with me is Jacqueline Ortiz. And I met Jacqueline a couple years ago. We're in the same industry. It's been fun to know our colleagues and to do projects like this. So I would like us to welcome Jacqueline. Welcome to the show.
Hello, I am so thrilled to be here. Thank you for having me. I am psyched.
I'm excited for you to be here. Will you share with the audience a little bit about your journey and why you teach love and how it feels to teach love? That's one aspect that I want the audience now to understand is with the deep connection of love, how amazing it is to live in this space.
I'm Jacqueline Ortiz, the Self-Love Diva, and I am absolutely my MVP, my mission, my vision, and my passion is self-love. It's love, and it's about empowering women so they can really learn to love themselves, so they can feel this deep connection that we feel. Just we wake up, or at least I know I do. I wake up in the morning, and it's just like a sense of inner peace, and just it resonates with the vibration of the world, and just love, and just a sense of and gratitude. And it feels amazing because I feel like every day is a blessing because we're so interconnected with our inner child, with the essence, everything around us, the energy, the vibration. So I think it's perfect. And what I do is, my mission again is to help women integrate their inner child and themselves so they can have the very, very MVP, so they can become the most valuable player in their life and really live at a high vibration, high vibe divas and enjoying life. And you know, it is nowadays, everything is so serious. I want people to learn to really love themselves and feel that loving connection and feel they're more than enough so they could go out into the world at a high vibration, feeling joyful and playful and excited about life in a sense of like awe and wonderment of all the things that can happen throughout the day and whatever. So that's a little bit about me.
I love that. Thank you. So let's talk about self-love in women. We both are self-love guru people. And I mean that in the sense that we love this, ladies. We live it, we love it, we feel it, we teach it, we touch it. And so it's an aspect of who we are, not that we are the guru, because we don't believe in that. Everybody's equal and everybody's here to learn and to grow. So let's talk about why women have a hard time loving themselves. It's an interesting question, isn't it?
Absolutely. And more than now, more than ever, we're bombarded, literally bombarded by images, social media, TV, everything. And it is such a highly competitive, fast-driven, and we just feel like so much need and intensity to just compete and compare ourselves to others, which is a downward spiral, because the more we do that, the more insecure we feel, the more we feel we're not enough. And the more we try to strive and go after and go after. And it's just, we spend so much time competing and comparing and really feeling we're not enough. And it's just, we wear masks all the time. And it's, even though we know internally, we do know that everything we see in social media and TV is staged up, made up, you know, it's all done up. And so we can see what they want us to see. Even then, we just feel like we have to be better, do better, instead of just feeling amazement of who we are right now without needing to compete. Because the more we try to compete against other people, the more we feel lack and not enough. And the more we feel like we have to wear a mask or pretend to be someone we're not. And then we have this imposter syndrome, because then we start labeling or criticizing or just being critical, and it just makes us feel actually just worse and worse about ourselves, because we know we shouldn't be labeling or criticizing and judging other people. And that just is the downward spiral to lower our vibration. It just is.
What is the root why women tend to do this? Why do we fall in this trap?
I know. Men don't fall as much as we do. We really, really, really do. And it's a lot to do with our upbringing. You know, what we experience between a baby to 8 years old, it's a lot to do with the fact that I don't know why we feel this need to always be competing and comparing, and the way we look and the way we carry ourselves, the clothes we have and the things like that. And it's, again, it's really debilitating to our self-worth, our self-love, our self-confidence. It really is, when we're always trying to be someone or look like someone that we're not, instead of just embracing who we are. And it baffles me why we do that. But it's just, we have images. I think also a lot of it's a male-dominated industry where social media and magazines and TV and all that stuff, and they have all, you see all this May, December relationships, and we always have to keep up with the younger women and all this stuff. And we see all that on TV and portrayed everywhere. And magazines, everything. It's just all these images is like bombarded, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
You know, when you said May, December relationships, I'm like, well, what about December, May relationships?
I like those a hell of a lot
In the
more.
girls' favor.
I know, but then that's exactly what I see. Then you see in Hollywood all this stuff, and you see this older men with younger women that are like, is that the daughter or is that the wife? And not to criticize or label, but then we feel like, wow, we really have to keep up. We have to step it up. And we just, instead of feeling happy and in love with who we are right here, right now, we feel like we always have to get someplace instead of just being in awe of being
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, society and the media sure does put us in that place for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So how would you tell women to shift out of their anxiety and their fear, you know, that lower sense of who they are, into something more empowered?
Honestly, I really believe that the first thing that they have to be aware is to reassure women that they're not alone. That in some aspect, there's always people that feel they're not in love. They feel they're not enough, whether it's not skinny enough, not pretty enough, not smart enough. You fill in the blank, not blank enough. And everyone on the planet has some version of it in some area or multiple areas of their life. They feel they're just not enough, you know, and I just want to reassure them that they're not enough. They're not, I'm sorry, that they are enough, that everyone else feels that way too.
Mm-hmm.
But the difference is that then they have to become aware of it. And awareness is, once you get real, then you can heal. So becoming aware of where your limiting beliefs are, what's holding you back. And it's usually when you're younger, beliefs that have been embedded to you with caretakers, parents, or whatever. And really, really connect and reconnect and embody the relationship with your inner child. And also, instead of calling mirror work, I prefer to call it mirror imaging because it feels like a lot less work and it's more fun, I think. I'm all about making things playful and more exciting and simple. So mirror imaging, where they talk to themselves in a loving, compassionate way, not in a robotic way, like, Jacqueline, I love you. Jacqueline, you're really kind. Jacqueline, no. You say it with passion. And imagine if you had a boyfriend and your boyfriend told you, Jacqueline, I love you. Jacqueline, you're great. Oh, duh. Say it with passion and emotion. You know, emotion creates emotion to just keep going, and really say things to yourself in a loving, compassionate way, and have empowering self-talk, and really take inventory of all the things you've overcome and all the things you've accomplished, and really embody it. I mean, really be grateful, really celebrate how far you've come, and really empower yourself with envisioning where you've come from, what you've accomplished, and how amazing you are. And basically, I have this little thing I do with a little healing modality. You mind if I share?
Go ahead, yeah.
Anyway, so I think women can do this on their own also. And it's basically just kind of peaceful, meditative, relaxing way. And do what I call the ABCs: align, befriend, and collaborate with your inner child, where you just relax into it and you go back and see what was it that you needed to feel you are good enough, that you are lovable, and that you're loved. And what was it you needed when you were a child? And let's say you look at some things and you think, what are the languages of love? So let's say you, and I hate bashing moms, but let's say your mom was always working, so she was always buy you gifts and things because she didn't have time. But you needed words of affirmation, or you needed quality time, or you needed affection, which is physical touch. Whatever you needed, I believe then you visualize your mom or whoever that person was coming into the room, and they give you they will apologize for not giving you what you want as a child. And then they give you exactly what you want. Let's say you wanted words of affirmation, and then your mom will apologize for not doing that for you and give you tons of words of affirmation until you feel complete. And then, to me, the most important, absolutely most important part is then you give yourself what you need as a child. That way, your subconscious understands that you are worthy, that you are lovable, and you're complete. What other people, mother, parents, boyfriends, husbands, whatever say to you is to compliment you, but you're already complete. And you don't need outside external influences to complete yourself from within. And then you give yourself, you balm yourself with love and hugs and admiration, whatever your love language is, whatever it is you needed to hear or feel when you were younger. Fill yourself up with that. I mean, really intensify it. Really go for the gusto. I mean, boom, 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 lots of intensity. And give that to you and your inner child and feel that you're worthy of it and deserving of it and really embody that emotion within. So it's a little bit more other little steps, but every woman out there can do that for themselves and really give themselves what they really always wanted, to feel loved and beloved. So that's what some of the things.
We absolutely do have to go in and re-raise ourselves, because our parents didn't understand, obviously, and bless their heart, they didn't understand what love was and how to teach it. And so that's why so many humans have, these issues, because we are not taught how to love. And so going in and reteaching ourselves, reparenting ourselves, re-loving ourselves is really powerful. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. The inner child work is we do similar work, and a lot of love people do, and it's so important, right, to break that story and to rewrite it. It really is very important. Let's talk about the saboteur. Hate the saboteur. Used to mess with my life for years. Like so many women. So why do so many women give the saboteur their self-love? Meaning, why do they just not even, take it to themselves, but they're distracted by their saboteur?
You mean saboteur as an outside boyfriend, husband type of thing, or saboteur within?
The saboteur is the interior saboteur.
Okay, got it. Just wanted to make sure. Yeah. Okay, so a lot of it, again, is because we start to compete and compare against other people. It's the syndrome where as a child we didn't feel loved, so we carry that on to ourselves. And women are taught to be nurturers and very empathetic and highly sensitive, and we're wonderful, loving, nurturing women and people. And we often forget that we need to put ourselves first. And I think that is critical, vital. We're told, well, that's very selfish of you. And it's not. Once you fill your tanks up and once you realize how worthy you are and fill your tanks, then you have more to give to other people. So, and you heard this, everyone has heard this about when you're on a plane, they always tell you, you put your mask on first and then help others. You can't give enough quality of what you have if you don't have it within yourself to give. So first you have to fill yourself up, fill up your tank, intensify it before you could extend it and expand it to other people. And what I say is that the way you treat your friends, your family, even strangers, that love, that compassion, that affection, that everything you do, acts of services for the people, everything you do, before you do it outward, first do it within. That way you can fill yourself with that love and that compassion, that caring and all that. And then you have more to give from an authentic, instead of from resentment or anger or people pleasing or for manipulation, whatever reason. When you do it because wholeheartedly you feel deeply, completely in love with yourself, and it is something that's authentic and within you, then when you give out, you give from a place of love, unconditional love, when you have unconditional love from within. Mm-hmm. So that's some things. I think also because we're so nurturing and giving, we want to give, and we forget what we are not open to or feel worthy enough to allow the universe and allow others to give to us. We don't allow ourselves to receive, whether it's love or praise or gifts or affection or whatever it is. So we don't allow ourselves to receive it. And that is signaling to other people in the universe that we don't think we're worthy enough. Mm-hmm. And it closes up the funnel and the bow for us to receive even more. When you open up your heart, open up yourself up to allow to receive, I really believe more abundance, more love, more everything comes to you. And you're showing to others and teaching other people to treat you in a loving way and to allow that love. Because also when you give and you're not open to receive, you're also depriving other people from the pleasure of giving too. So, yeah.
It's so interesting how, we all have a different dichotomy, a dynamic due to how we were raised. So it's really interesting to watch masses of women really, really want to have love and to feel love and to feel that it's lost. It's not even a part of them, when actually we're all born, men and women, pure love. It's just the way that we're raised, just the way that the information is put in us, right? That doesn't allow that clarity of, you are amazing, you're magnificent. And it's the saddest thing, but it's wonderful that we can teach and support people, along the way. It really is. Sometimes my heart goes out when and I'm sure like with you, when you hear stories of women who just, that it's only a learned thing, not that it's even an internal thing. Like they don't hate themselves, but they just don't understand why they don't feel or attract that love. It fascinates me, it really fascinates me. So, okay, so these are short episodes. We're moving along so fast.
I just have so much to say. I'm like the Energizer Bunny. I'm like, happy, happy, go, 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 go. I'm like, give.
These used to be 45-minute shows, and now they're not. They're like 25-minute shows.
Yeah.
So you have a free gift for everybody. Would you like to?
Oh my God, you mean it's almost, oh my God, yes. I'm like ready I just getting started. Well, this is my book, Extraordinary You. And I said, I gave it as a PDF. That was me as a blog before and after. And it's a free PDF, and it's an extraordinary book about transforming your life from ordinary to extraordinary in all areas of your life, mind, body, spirit, and obviously self-love. And it's over 116 exercises you could go through if you want to, you choose to. And I just think that go for it. It's a free download. You have so much to learn. And
lovely. I love that you're sharing this with people. And 116 exercises. Wow. There's no excuses now. You hear that, everyone? Get your shit together.
Oh, I love that.
That's a joke. You guys.
No, but I love that we're telling people, you know what? It's time. It's time to awaken. It's time to step into your power. The time is now. No more wasting time. No more. Go for it. I love it.
I also love that intensity, because literally, I said a joke there. I was joking about get your stuff, because we all have our stuff to get together. And
oh yeah,
you're right. It's now is the time. I mean, it's past time, literally.
Mm-hmm.
We have so much chaos on this planet right now that we don't need to drain ourselves, really. It's past time for us to individually keep collaborating in the same way of not taking care of ourselves. It is past time. It's way past time. So I love that you said that. It's past time, because that's really the truth. And we've been, self-love has been in the industry of conversation since the 80s. And really in the last 20 years, or at least the last 10, I've been online for almost 12 years. So the last 10 years have really been about, but it's ramped up over the last 6 years, so there's enough information, everyone out there. And this beautiful gift from Jacqueline is so wonderful, because there is free stuff in there and it's beautiful. So, okay. So thank you very, very much. And also, before you leave us, what is on your heart or mind? You've shared so much, but what would you like to share with the audience?
I would love to share that, like you said, it's high time for us to really, really embody love. It's do whatever it takes. We spend 9-10 hours a day at work, but we are going to spend 24 hours, 7 days a week to the last dying breath with ourselves. So that's the most important relationship ever. So hell, if we're going to spend all these years together, we might as well make it good, make it juicy, make it joyful, make it playful, make it a love fest. Mm-hmm. And that's what I want for everybody.
Beautiful. A love fest. I love that. Yay. That's lovely. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Jacqueline. It was lovely to have you on.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
And thank you all. We'll see you in another episode of Make Love Real. Have a great day. Bye.
Bye.